Well, I just got back from the post office, and this is my 1629 iTube. I just ordered that not even a week ago. And yeah, it's kind of scary where the eBay seller is. It's Audiopathic Distractions. Huntington Beach, California. That's what it says right there. Audiopathic Distractions. Of all the names. This is the iTube for $9 free shipping. The 1629, which I found out the tester uses a 6E5, but I might be able to modify that. What I got to do is to look up the specs for both tubes. As I recall, the 1629 is a 12-volt tube, and the 6E5, of course, being 6, the number 6 at the beginning means 6 volt. Oh, I hate these popcorn things they put in here. Alright. Let's, very carefully. I can't say they didn't pack it well. Packed it real well. I have no way of testing it at this time, but I might be able to test it in that little tiny tester that Bill gave me. I can try, but it won't show the green display because you need voltage on the plate and target in order for it to show the green display, but it will show emission. Of course, I can always stick it in the 147 ICO, 147A ICO. And see, oh, it's in a box too, that's good. I wonder if I'm in camera here. Yeah, okay. I can't entertain you if you're not in camera. All his tubes are tested according to the auction site. And no fingernails, and I have to keep them short because they tear. Another thing about getting old. Yeah, you see the... Oh, that's nice and clean. RCA, it's not new. And you see the 1629 has the standard octal 8-pin base, whereas the 6E5 and the 6U5 have the 6-pin tube base. So I don't have any tube sockets that I could put on there, but what I could probably do is take the pins, connectors off of the one that's in the ICO here and fit them onto here. But these pins are thinner than the tubes on the 2 pins on the 6E5. So that's very good. So that's nice. My first vacuum tube of my collection. My very first one. Alright, let me put this up on the shelf. And I want to open up the other package here, which I do not know what it is. It's obviously something I ordered from eBay also. Costa Mesa, California. But offhand, I can't think of what it is. It can't be those LEDs. It wouldn't be that quick. Only one way to find out, right? You know, you just stop guessing and you open the thing. Well, this is the pot. That's supposed to be a 5 water. It's a Central Lab. That's what it says on it. New old stock. It looks awful small for a 5 water. And the seller is Marvac, M-A-R-V-A-C Electronics. And $4.99, $2.75 shipping, $7.74 total. A new 100,000 ohm 5 watt wire wound short shaft potentiometer. Central Lab number WN104. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. I got the control up against the camera here. It is a wire wound, you can hear it. And look at the size difference. This is supposed to be a 4 watter. This is 100,000 ohm, says right on it. And it is a WN104, and it says 5 watts right on it. I don't think you could probably see that. It's engraved in the metal. But it does say 5 watts on it, so there's no lie there. Now what I did is I ordered another one. I found a long shaft, just in case. So if for some reason the shaft is too short on this, which I don't think it is, there's a long shaft, it's about 2 inches long. Same thing, same price. I ordered from them also. So I'll have an extra pot here, and whatever I don't use, if somebody out there can use it for their $9.50, they're more than welcome to it. Because I don't need 2. I'm only rebuilding 1 unit here. But I can't believe the size difference. This is supposed to be a 4 watter. And this is a 5 watter. What I'm not going to put this in yet because I got to wait for some capacitors to come in. And they're not going to come in until I order them, and I'm not going to order them until I get the money to order. I just got people looking for links to these places so that I can get the stuff I need without hunting all over for it. Alright, I got this little Mercury 990 that Radio Man Bill gave me. It lists a 1629 on the chart, and this is the octal socket right here. Am I in camera here? Alright. And I put the voltmeter on here without the tube, and it reached 13.6 volts or something like that. So, okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't going to put too much voltage on. But it probably will not light up the end, because you need plate voltage for that, and all this is the filament and checker, but it should give a reading on the meter. And I'm not sure if the meter actually will display anything, or do I have to push the test? Oh yeah, I have to push the test down here. according to this, it's not reading good, but it won't light. It's not lighting the what do you call it up? The top of the tube is not lighting, and I wouldn't expect it to, because that needs a high voltage, and this is nothing but an emission tester with no plate voltage whatsoever. But can't really go by this tester. You really need a, like I say, this is alright for shorts and real quick tests, and you really can't say one way or the other, but it's good for finding out if the tube is burned out or not, and the tube is warm, so obviously it's lit because you wouldn't get any emission on it. Okay, so once again, we'll be doing a restoration video on this as soon as I get a decent schematic to work with, or if I can't, I'll fumble around. But I'm concerned mostly with the eye-tube being different, and that's something I'm going to be checking into, the filament too. It's a possibility that the filament may be a 6-volt winding on this transformer here, and it may use a 6E5, and you won't be able to use a 1629. Alright, I just discovered something. I'm studying the schematic on the 950B. If you look here at the filament windings, remember I was telling you about the 6U5, a 6E5 being 6.3 volts, and the 1629 is 12. We don't have to modify anything. We don't have to build a circuit at all. Off the power transformer, the yellow wire is connected to ground. According to the marking here, ground GND. The orange and white wire is 6.3 from the ground to the orange and white wire, and then from the I meant the yellow wire to the orange and white, and from the yellow wire to the green wire is 12 volts, 12.6 volts right here. Now if you take a look at the unit on the back of the eye-tube, here's the green wire, the 12 volt. It's tucked in. It's just tucked in here. That's all. That's the way I found it. So all I got to do is change this tube to a 1629, and I should be good to go. But the only thing is, I have to have a pinout of the tube, and that takes a tube manual. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look online. It's quicker just to look for tube basing, and probably print out the schematic of the tube basing and the tube basing for the 6E5, and then I can make sure I get the pins correctly, and then check the voltages too. So that's why it's so handy to have a tube manual handy, because scrolling through on the computer, as I said so many times, is very difficult. It's much quicker to look at a paper book, much faster. So again, we'll wait until the pilot lights come in, and when I get the capacitors, then I'll do the restoration. I might put the pilot light in when it comes in.